Thanks for staying with us. We're still reviewing Punch.
Yes, so I have the Ukraine and Russian story. Said there was a global outrage on Monday after Russian missiles killed at least 33 persons and injured 136 others in Ukraine. Britain's Foreign Minister David Lammy condemned the strike on a children's hospital in Kyiv and blamed it on Russia as an appalling attack on Ukrainian civilians. Now, Lammy, who was speaking, has been the appointed British diplomat, and he has said that we must hold those responsible for Putin's illegal war to account. That Russia had struck cities across Ukraine with missiles, and that killed dozens of people and ripped open the children's hospital in KYV. And a lot of people are saying that they shouldn't have even bothered to hit the children's hospital. They've never heard it in the history of war where hospitals are now being attacked. Okay. Hospitals are usually supposed to be a place where people can now go find treatments, you know, from everything, and you don't direct your attacks to the hospital. A lot of people are speaking up against it. I usually don't take foreign stories, but that was really painful to watch. They said the people in the hospital are getting treatment. I think about 136 people that were wounded. Some are getting treated. And it was about 38 missiles that went into about 5 states and then now targeted the children's hospital, which was painful. In the, you know, war that we are all doing and looking forward to, we need to be very intentional about some of the things that we preserve. Our children, for instance, should not be like a no-go area for any country. It was just so painful.
Okay.
Okay,
moving on now to, you have a story? We can move on.
Yes, I have a story of the local airlines project 980. They went to have a meeting with Dangote. So there's this, they said domestic airlines under the AEGIS of Airline Operators of Nigeria are seeking to enter a deal with the management of Dangote Petrochemical Refinery to buy Jet A1 at an affordable price. They say currently the aviation fuel goes between 1,100 to 1,250 per litre, depending on the airport and the prevailing exchange rates. But that they've gone for they had a 2-3-hour meeting about a month ago with the entire Dangote refinery management, including Dangote himself. And the Dangote has dissolved and decided that he's going to give them supply fuel directly to the local operators for about 980 naira per litre. Okay.
Vanguard. FG opts for duty-free import of rice, beans, wheat, and other grains. Zenith Bank wins Best Commercial Bank in Nigeria and Best Corporate Governance Awards. 72 hours after abduction, fate of Kaduna journalist remains unknown. UBA GMD appointed chairman body of bank CEOs. Excuse me. Scarcity, NNPCL blames logistics flooding on petrol queues grow longer. And Team Nigeria ready to soar at the Paris Olympics. Okay, which story?
Do you have you didn't take the 9 billionaire kidnappers?
Is it in Vanguard?
Vanguard.
Yeah, it's there.
It may be somewhere hidden there. I'm going to take it now.
Start it.
It's not here. But which story are we taking in Vanguard?
Story.
See it now, under the picture story.
Go ahead.
Okay, let me.
Okay, end of the order of billionaire kidnappers.
Take it.
Oh, yeah, take it.
Yeah,
take your
so
story.
congratulations to us and well done to the Nigerian police because they've relieved the people of Ago, Isolo, and Festac who have been suffering this 9 billionaire man gang kidnappers. And they met their Waterloo at Ladipo where they had attempted to kidnap somebody they had kidnapped before. Yeah, at Ladipo. But, you know, the way Vanguard wrote it, it looked like storytelling. But, you know, they were targeting a rich international businessman and they were on the verge of kidnapping him. But their plot was foiled by the eagle-eyed policemen from the Commissioner of Police Special Squad who confronted them and killed 9 of them.
Oh, he killed them?
Yes.
I was saying, I hope it's not arrest. I hope it's not arrest.
Finish them.
They did not kill them like that. Not like that.
Okay.
So it was a face-off.
Face-off. Okay. And the police won this time around.
Yes.
I know. It's the same thing. I would rather that than carry and say want to arrest.
Somebody releases them tomorrow.
They recovered their AK-4 rifles, AK-47 rifles, POS machines, walkie-talkie, loudspeaker, operational vehicles, black Toyota 4Runner, a blue Lexus RX 350, plenty like that. They were recovered. 2 of them escaped into the crowd who were watching this shootout. But, you know, 9 were leveled.
Well done to our police. A good eye.
Because 9 were level.
Level.
Hey.
Well done to the
This
police.
I've been hearing all the time about kidnapping in that area, and I've been wondering what's happening. But they said they started
Well
their operations
done, well
within
done.
a year, and just 1 year in Lagos that they chose as their haven of operation.
God forbid
They
back
were
then.
level. So
They went to kidnap the same person they kidnapped some.
Yeah, maybe because they paid ransom
said they
now.
take
paid
100
100
million.
Imagine.
So they wanted to go back and collect
Collect another 100 million.
Finish the guy.
So there's been scarcity in the city of Abuja. Everybody's complaining.
1,100.
And they are saying that queues have resurfaced at the filling stations in Abuja and its environs. And a lot of people are, some filling stations are not selling. I think the only filling station selling is NNPC, NIPCO, and a few other big marketers. But then the long queues there. Now they have asked what was the cause of it. Also, we have on the side black marketers who are taking advantage of the situation. The 10-liter keg that they are selling for 10,000 is now going for 13,000 naira. So when they asked what was the cause, they said because of the rains and the storms and the thunder, they are not able to do ship-to-ship offloading. And, they have to follow the processes and procedures so that they don't get into trouble with the filling stations in case of fire outbreak from those sparks that would happen from thunder and flooding. So most of the roads that, the trucks are taking to offload to the filling stations are basically flooded. So they're not able to communicate and get there to supply the fill. And that's what's happening. And we are praying that hopefully by the time the rains will reduce, they'll be able to have a seamless transportation into the filling stations, and even the ships also would be able to offload ship to ship, from mother ship to daughter ship, so that we can have fuel. But sorry, the people who are living in Abuja right now, this is just something you have to manage for a while.
Daily Sun, FG Mall suspension of tariff taxes on rice, maize, and other grains. Mba approves 1.9 billion naira for payment of teachers' 4-year leave allowance. EFCC, CJ rejects Bello's case transfer request. Rivers Crisis Court bars CJ clerk from accepting impeachment notice against Fubara from the Amewule-led assembly. Minimum wage government defense offered to labor, and gunmen kill 3 vigilantes passers-by in Imo. Okay, which story?
of course, the Oya Bello story. The Chief Justice of the Federal High Court in Abuja has rejected his request to have his matter transferred from Abuja to Lokoja. And the Chief Justice is saying...
It's Rivers, right?
No.
No. Yeah, Bello Kogi.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so it says that the law permits the filing of the charge in either Abuja, Federal FCT, or in Lokoja. And since the matter has been fully committed in both places, it is apt that the matter continues before the judge in Abuja. And now, I was saying that this is looking like Ibori. I'm just finding out that in his application, he relied on Ibori versus the Federal Republic of Nigeria to make this request. It's just funny, but the court has refused it.
Yes, so I have a story. A gunman killed 3 vigilantes and a passerby at Umuaka in Ijaba local government area of Imo State on Sunday evening. A spokesman of the State Police Command, Henry Okoye, was the one who made the disclosure in a statement he released to newsmen, and he said the State Commissioner of Police, Aboki Danjuma, has already deployed a tactical team team of the command to arrest all those behind the gruesome murder of the vigilantes. Now, a viral video surfaced online earlier showing the vigilantes were probably shot from close range in the vehicle that they were patrolling with. The passers-by was said to have also been hit by stray bullets from the gunmen. Meanwhile, the Commissioner for Police has commiserated with the family of the deceased and is urging members of the community who may have useful information on the suspects to feel free to report the case to the police while investigations are ongoing. Okay,
who has a story on labor? So the federal government yesterday were speaking, I think it was the Minister of State for Labor and Employment in Kiruka, Onyo Georgia, made this known yesterday that the government has, they're saying that the report, the tripartite meeting, the tripartite committee on the new minimum wage, the report they believe is balanced and fair and realistic as an approach to addressing the myriad challenges of the country's workforce. She said that the submissions of blueprints of actionable reforms that would drive sustainable development should be stated the administration's resolve to transform labor landscape in Nigeria, ensuring that every worker is respected, protected, and fairly compensated. So she said that what the government is proposing, she believes is fair and realistic. Okay, our final paper very quickly, the Nigerian Tribune. Let's find a story not taken. Dog eats flesh of girl's head. What? Attacks owner trying to protect victim in Ibadan. Police arrest man who climbed 120-feet mast to commit suicide over hardship. Court bars Rivers CJ clerk from dealing with pro-weekly lawmakers. And FG Mons 150-day duty-free imports. Okay, which story? Please, who has that?
Okay, so this young 5-year-old girl usually goes to greet an elderly female neighbor, and she had gone to the dog owner's house to greet and play with the owner, but, you know, sadly, she was bitten. The hair on her head and the flesh covering the head of her was bitten off by the dog. And the woman, whose name was not, was given as Esther, but no surname, was also attacked by the dog, you know, because she was trying to
shield,
hold the cage, and the girl came in. She pounced on the girl and really injured her. We call it scienta in law. There's, of course, a consequence on the owner's side. For
really sad. I think that's all we can take. Any other story?
Yes, I have. Yeah, protester on Monday in Abuja climbed to the top of ASO radio masts, Katampe Hill, of the nation's capital, and threatened to jump down to death if the president failed to urgently put a stop to the problems bedeviling the country. So he mentioned the problems. He said that he was frustrated by the unbearable economic realities and demanded that the president reverse the removal of fuel subsidy and tackle insecurity. He went ahead to, you know, mention a lot of things that he wanted the president. Yes, but they convinced him to calm down, and then he has calmed down. He has been arrested. They say he's cooling off in custody. And that they promised him that the president would hear what he has said, and they are working on it to see how they can resolve it. So I know that normally suicide is a crime. Any attempt to commit suicide is a crime, but
I don't... protest, wasn't suicide, it was
no,
protesting.
He climbed trees, say he won't kill himself.
And a protest, they used
he climbed mast.
He's protesting.
He said he won't kill himself. Say he go for die if president don't do this. It's
a form of protest now.
So they should look at it as a protest and not as suicide. Attempted suicide.
It's for
because they don't arrest them for it. You know that
they cool off now for...
They cool off.
They understand the man, baby. No, they should not do anything to
They all know the situation is
everybody can go crazy. It's not true. That is all we can take on Front Page Review. When we come back, we go on to our next segment. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.